Yeah. Yeah. Oh, whoa! I have 40. But I still don't have more things, so I can't actually like use them. Yeah. And also the vertical movement's also kind of like whack during these trials, at least. So that's a wait. Oh, that's a thing? I should probably try getting that. Just a shame that I can't, because you know. Anyways, time to check the truth bullets again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 25. Jesus Christ, it's 25. Yeah. We're in for a 3-hour special, ladies and gentlemen. It's gonna be a long one. I can guarantee you that, as my controller's already starting to disintegrate. That's always a nice start when that happens. Yeah. Come on, get back together. No, the other half of the thing fell off of the connection. For fuck's sake! Come on, get it? Yes.
Now, smiles, everyone! It's showtime!
Sorry, everyone. I don't think I'm gonna be much help this time.
Yeah, you fucking died.
Because of Monokuma's disruptions, I couldn't do a thorough investigation.
I can tell Monokuma is overcompensating to hide his self-consciousness.
Next time, spend less time fixing your hair and more time investigating, spaceman!
Shut up! I don't need to hear some comedy act from you two weirdos.
Who did it?
Well, we're gonna find out in like 2 hours. So you're gonna have to be patient, buddy.
Who killed Angie and Tenko?
Look what I said earlier. Come on, I
Do
can't.
not let your emotions hasten your judgment. There may be 2 killers.
Funny because it's like coming from you, but I mean that's fair enough. I didn't say it earlier when I was not recording, so I'll say it now. I have a feeling he's the one who actually killed Angie, because like religious beliefs and all that. That's fun.
So, our other culprit might not be one of us here.
Monokuma, would you like to confirm this?
Hmm? What do you mean?
A transfer student.
Don't.
Maybe our resurrected transfer student.
No.
Stop it! Stop making stuff up!
Say something, Shuichi. It'll be a mess if this keeps going on.
Yeah, I planned on it. No, it's not possible. Okay.
This crime was committed by the recently deceased.
Right, let's just get to grips with the
They came
controller
back to
again.
life and killed 2 of our classmates.
Oh, that's way better. It actually moves so much faster than it did last time, it feels.
Ritual did work?
Let me just try... Oh, wow!
That's wrong!
Wow, what a blinding start! Oh my god!
I don't think Angie's ritual succeeded. According to the Necronomicon Monokuma showed us,
Oh, so that's how you pronounce it. Okay.
you have to burn the Necronomicon in the ritual. If Angie's ritual had succeeded, the book would have been gone.
So it's essentially just erasing evidence of hell.
So she must have been killed before the ritual was complete, since the book was still intact.
Then, going to think Rantaro probably not culprit.
Oh, really? Oh,
I
really?
guess you're right.
I'm probably way too loud, but yeah, I could just turn it down, I guess, if it's that loud still.
Well, duh. There's no way a dead person could resurrect.
Now hold on a second! I can't let that comment stand!
Which comment now?
Sure, everybody knows that you can't bring the dead back to life. But it's easy at the Ultimate Academy! As long as you use the Necronomicon.
Well, they didn't clearly. I still have it.
What are you
man.
talking about? There's no way that's possible.
But it's true. I never lie about motives.
I'm giving you a couple.
Daddy said so he can't be wrong. Raising the dead is totally
So I guess we're gonna have to just fucking
Man,
try and brute
I
force
can't
it.
believe you guys wasted such a perfectly good motive. You should have let me use it to bring Monodum back to life.
I forgot he existed.
I'm just kidding. I wouldn't waste a resurrection on Monodum's corpse.
Oh? So resurrecting the dead was actually possible this whole time?
You still wanna do this, man?
There's no way it's possible.
There's no way that could happen, idiots. Monokuma is trying to confuse us.
Love how Angie's fucking thing is just wings and her fucking thing. Just so you don't know, there it is.
Let's hurry up and find out who the Blackened is.
Which one? For which murder? I should have
If our
specified.
transfer student isn't the culprit, then blame falls to one of us.
Again, obviously.
Who did it?
Again, refer to my comment earlier.
aside, Half Pint. I'll handle this.
Again,
I don't know about
really
Tenko.
fucking loud.
Pretty fucking sure Kyo murdered Angie.
Okay, now we've both come to the same fucking conclusions, and we probably just come from different entire fucking wavelengths here. Hello. Hello, what the fuck?
Why?
Don't play dumb with me, creep show. I already know what happened.
That's great. Wow.
The culprit used a katana to kill Angie.
Yeah. What's Sumiki's account? Lock this Angie locked herself in since last time I got the ritual and wouldn't get herself out. Okay, so
And it was found in Kyo's research lab. Which makes you, Kyo, automatically suspicious.
But anyone could have taken that katana, you see.
So that rusty katana was the murder weapon.
I've confirmed that.
You were the
Yeah,
only one who cared about that thing, Kyo.
give me that time
I did
frame.
not care about some katana.
Just admit it, you shit-eating worm. You went to the classroom, broke in.
Oh. Oh.
That's wrong!
Oh, you thought.
No, Kyo would not have been able to enter Angie's lab. Isn't that right, Tsumugi?
Yeah. Before Angie locked herself up in her research lab, she said she wasn't going to open up for anyone but student council members.
And Kyo is not a member. She wouldn't have opened the door for him.
Kyo couldn't have killed Angie even if he wanted to.
Because.
I had no desire to kill her in the first place.
Fair enough.
So whoever killed Angie must have been one of the student council members, yeah?
Well, we can't count on that either because one of them fucking died.
I was doing a bit to lead you to the right answer. Can't believe you actually got it.
Oh, how clever.
You can just ignore her, Gonta.
The remaining student council members are Gonta, Kibo, Tsumugi, and Himiko.
That's because they're the only ones alive. Obviously.
Well, it can't be Himiko. She was besties with Angie.
You never know.
I trust their friendship. You guys do too, right?
Shut up.
Yeah, of course.
That's my idea.
Can we trust their friendship so readily?
Obviously. Let's believe in them.
You're stirring shit up in the pot. You have a pot right there, out of frame, and you're stirring some shit in it. I can tell. Yeah.
That trims our list of suspects down to 3. Gonta, Tsumugi, and Kibo.
Oh, imagine it. Imagine now if he becomes the fucking killer. That would be fucking funny.
Yep. The culprit is one of those 3 people.
You mean one of those 2 people? 'Cause a robot ain't people, Jack!
I will let that remark slide.
What?
Anyway, aren't these accusations just a tad too hasty?
It's Gokichi, man. What the fuck do you expect from?
What else? The culprit should confess already. Gonta, Keyboy, or Tsumugi? Well,
No, not Gonta. Gonta would never kill Angie.
Yeah, Gonta's a gentleman. You shouldn't suspect either of us.
Hey, stick up for me too.
Gonta definitely not hurt anyone. Torture Gonta if you don't believe.
Well, that's very interesting.
Torture might be a bit too far, but Gonta and I aren't the culprits.
And I'm not the culprit either. Jeez.
It would have been funny if you're like a little bit more
I'm
satirical.
not the culprit.
Not the culprit.
I at least know how to deal with these. Just one at a time. Someone's probably going to say a bunch of shit, but you never know. Right.
We must consider other possibilities.
Oh,
Surely there must be a suspect who will not be in council.
Oh, there we go.
That's utterly impossible.
Hey.
Not just anyone could open that door. Only student council members had access.
But
I didn't know
that's
robots told such boring lies.
Is that a robophobic remark?
No, it's not Wolf of Hogan.
Only student council members had access.
Oh. Oh. Right. How in the god did I not see that? First fucking go. That's stupid
No,
of me.
it wasn't just student council members that could have opened that lab door.
What was it you said earlier about Kyo opening the door, Shuichi? Unless you're a student council member, you can't enter Angie's lab, right?
I was referring to Kyo. He couldn't have done it, but you could have. Because I saw you open the classroom lock by picking it.
Oh, that happened? I totally forgot.
I'll let that slide because there was like 2 deaths and then you faked a death just because you felt like it.
So you're going to pretend you don't remember, huh?
Quit glaring at me like that. Of course I remember. Yeah, I did it. I killed Angie.
Yeah. Fake fucking thing, yeah. Yeah. They're trying to fucking throw this on you. Yeah. Totally. We're only fucking, what, 10 minutes in? Come on.
Wait, what? What did you just say?
I picked the lock to her lab, snuck into the room, and then wham! Killed Angie.
Actually, there's only one thing I kind of like. I could probably disprove this. The bloody duct tape, I guess. But I don't know. Give me to something and I can probably get it sometime.
The culprit was me, all along.
Or was it?
What?
What are you saying? Is this some kind of joke?
You're talking to the joke itself. It's right there in front of your eyes. You're talking to the joke.
Nah, no joke. I thought that if I confessed, I could atone for my sins. And it helped. I feel so much better. Whew!
Wait, so Kokichi really is culprit?
No, he's lying. I think. Maybe?
He's lying. I'm certain of it.
I'm glad we could see eye to eye in that case.
No, definitely not a lie. I killed Angie. Shouldn't you guys believe the culprit when they confess?
We're in a fucking school full of killing people. Do you think that works?
Then let me ask you, culprit. How did you lock the room?
Huh? Well, it's the same as opening it. You pick the door closed from the outside.
Womp womp.
No, that doesn't make sense.
Huh? What doesn't make sense? Can't you lock a door by picking it?
It's only locked. It's only locked from the outside. You can unlock it from the inside. Come on.
Maybe, but that's not how the culprit locked the room. They used a different method.
What different method? Yeah, Mumbles. Use your big boy voice and explain yourself.
Don't look at me like that. That's just weird.
There were 2 doors to the classroom, and the one locked last was.
So the door that the culprit locked last to seal the room was. the front door? No. I was thinking it was like front door because you had to go to the back door and then lock that, and then he went, and then once he locked the back door, he just went back around and then locked the front door. So I guess it's the back door.
That's it.
That's unfortunate, but hey, can all be perfect.
Back door. That's how they made this a locked room mystery.
The back door had a sliding lock, yes? How was it locked from the outside?
The katana.
The culprit used a certain tool.
Yeah, the gold leaf katana. I know that much, so I'm just gonna figure that out. Ah, there it is! Wow, this is gonna be the quickest thing ever.
I see it.
I did it. Yay! That was quick. Way quicker than last time.
The gold leaf katana that was stabbed into Kaede's effigy. The culprit used that to hit the knob of the sliding lock to lock the door.
So the gold leaf was on the sliding lock because...
Because when the katana hit the lock, some of the gold leaf rubbed off on it. The gold leaf on that katana did peel rather easily.
Yeah, you found out firsthand, man.
That evidence rings a bell. Specifically, a school bell.
Huh? Are you talking about a different school? What school was it?
Now, that doesn't matter anymore. Let's not dwell on the past.
Ooh, the gold leaf landed on the sliding lock when the katana touched it. So that means the culprit used the katana to move the sliding lock, right? But wait, how did they move it with the katana? And from outside Angie's lab?
The clue that might give us the answer is the layout of the area itself. It was an odd setup after all. The katana stabbed into the effigy. The effigies hung upside down.
Angie didn't do that as part of the ritual?
No. Nowhere in the Necronomicon did it say you had to hang the effigies.
If it was not part of the ritual, then it must have been for a different purpose, right?
One of our own. Ah, cool. Oh, so you can't just get like a lightning stab. That's always cool. Calm down. So yeah, the cars are just back now. That's cool. Good thing is that I'm released. Looking at my way. Press the honking horn when you need it, man. Come on. Is that top out at 175? No. Oh, I got it. What turns the handle of the sliding lock? Let's go see if it's just turning. Could it be the FG's hand? No. So it's not the FG's hand, it's the katana's hilt. Understood? I hear you loud and clear. Wow, what a useful insight. I just got question mark at that one. Okay, still just... Oh, is this the first? No, that's not an answered question, but what was done to get the katana? What was done to make the katana? Oh, okay, gotcha. Seems like it speeds up automatically then. Gotcha. Let's try and scoop up some speed then. Oh, maybe the sign not gonna be temporary, I feel. Yeah. I kinda expected as such, because you can't really tamper with a sliding lock. If you get what I mean. It's kinda tough to get with it. Ah, cats are gonna come back, that's fun. G and I agree. Hey, there's the student council. Yep, cars are back. Okay, I think I sorted out the car's top speed at least. It's roughly 208. How was the FG manipulated to make the katana effect go on? Now this is gonna be interesting, because I have no idea. Swing back and forward. Something going to be making it fall. Spinning it? I'm God. Get fucked. Get fucked. I just guessed that randomly and it worked. Absolutely unbelievable. Woo.
That's it. The reason the culprit stuck the katana into the effigy was so that it would hit the sliding lock as the effigy spun.
Effigy spun?
That's right. If you spun the effigy, the rope it was hanging from would twist. Then, if you let it go, the rope would unwind and the effigy would spin the other way. And of course, the katana would spin with it.
I see. So the culprit used the katana's counterspin to push the lock into place?
The culprit simply needed to spin the effigy's rope and then swiftly leave. This would cause the spinning katana to hit the sliding lock, and thus was the back door of an empty classroom locked from the inside.
Yes, that's how Angie's lab was locked. By using the effigy with the katana.
A plan born from the heart of a sword traveling through the air to intercept us. Oh, but could it have moved the slide lock so easily?
Yes.
The sliding lock was pretty loose. A little push could move it. As long as the spinning katana hit the lock, it would have slid into position.
Even if the culprit failed the first couple times, they could keep trying until it locked.
Which is why the culprit chose to strike at nighttime, as to avoid detection.
Yes, since the student council prohibited anyone from walking around at nighttime.
Are you saying it's the student council's fault?
I didn't say that.
In any case, the culprit probably used the murder weapon for this trick. It had to have been the right length to hit the sliding lock from the effigy.
The culprit couldn't find a blade long enough in my lab, so they settled for the katana.
The other effigies were only hung up so we'd think it was some kind of ceremony. That way, we wouldn't notice the lock trick.
But Kokichi did say earlier that he could have picked the lock closed. I don't want to completely ignore that possibility. But I can't imagine the culprit would have done all this just for a distraction.
If that's the case, then Kokichi's confession earlier was actually...
Seriously? You fucking lied again?
Are we surprised? Are we really that surprised?
Man, you guys got me. Okay, I'm not the culprit.
You're telling the truth this time, right?
I want to say I'm lying, but I'm not.
Why did you say you were the culprit?
Because it's just in his nature.
I wanted to lure the culprit out.
Or that. Mostly just because of his childish nature, though. I'm fairly confident in that, at least.
If I claim to be the culprit, then the real culprit would agree as well. You get me?
No, not at all.
And if they pressured me to confess, then that would have looked mighty suspicious.
It's not how that's gonna work, though.
Sheesh. Darn it. It didn't go my way because Shuichi butted in on my plan.
Probably for the best.
You and your fucking lies! Go sit in the corner and play with yourself!
Okay, I'll start right now.
Alright, so who's the asshole who set up this locked room mystery?
Mew, I can't hold it up anymore.
I'm going to the toilet.
I gotta end this. I'm telling you, this is all I can take. Somebody please put me out of my misery.
Anyways.
What's the matter? You going soft on me now?
Who made the locked room mystery doesn't matter since anyone could have done it. Don't you even understand something as basic as that, you filthy cum dumpster?
I'm sorry. I am sorry. What the fuck?
Cum dumpster!
That's the worst thing I've ever heard from his mouth. And I don't even compare to...
Someone finally called me a cum dumpster!
Now it makes me going to the toilet seem suspicious. I only did it because I had to go for a fucking piss. P-I-S-S. That's all I did.
What should we talk about now?
Anything. It's better than what
We
that
must
is.
focus not on the locked room, but on who entered Angie's lab.
Sure, we'll start there.
Only one of the student council members or Kokichi could have gained entry. Therefore, the culprit must be among their number.
That leaves us with 4 suspects. Tsumugi, Gonta, Kibo, and Kokichi.
Don't forget Himiko. She's also a part of the student council. Doesn't matter if she was besties with Angie, she's still a suspect.
Once we ended up agreeing with something, the world's ending. Wow.
That contradicts what you said earlier, which I can prove using my recording function.
It doesn't need to be
It's
used.
fine. That's just a waste of time.
I gotta be fucking...
Me? A suspect?
Why are we gonna cry about it?
Never kill Angie!
What, gonna cry about it?
So, calling all suspects, what should we discuss next? I want to hear everyone's opinion. What would you say to get yourself off the suspect list?
Now that's childish. Come
Why are
on.
you trying to lead the debate? You're a suspect too.
Silence, outsider. Only the suspect rangers are allowed to speak.
So fucking what?
Suspect Rangers?
I agree. Those under suspicion should explain themselves thoroughly.
If only Kokichi can explain it in such a childish way, like the childish human being that he was.
We might catch them with their pants down!
That wasn't meant to link up.
Anyway, I want to ask the suspect, what should we talk about? What should we say to get ourselves off? Well, guys, I want to hear what you think.
I literally just cut him off at sus, and I nearly just laughed. I am actually immature as well, but not for the right reasons.
That's sort of a difficult question, you know?
Gonta not smart enough to know answer to that.
Yes, it is difficult to formulate a logical response to that question.
Not articulate with words, huh? Don't you guys want to prove your innocence?
They don't trust you one bit, and I don't blame them. You're probably plotting.
Why did Tenko have to die?
If you're gonna cry, cry in the corner. We'll join you later. But now's not the time. Okay.
I want to know what happened to Angie too, but can we talk about Tenko's case now and not just Angie?
I got you exactly where I wanted, Himiko.
What do you mean?
The 2 victims could have been killed by 2 separate murderers, you know.
Do I need a... I'm pulling up the school rules. Hang on. Yeah. Yeah, it's only the first one that was found that it's blackened. That's two separate murders.
So we need to find the first Blackened responsible for the first victim.
And vote them out.
We gotta figure out who killed Angie. Until we solve Angie's case, Tenko's case is meaningless. Did you suggest that to waste our time?
It's not meaningless! Tenko's death was meaningless? How dare you!
It says it in the rule book itself. If there's another death, only the first one is fucking counted for. Come on. It's right there in the rule book. They don't call it a rule book for nothing. Because we weren't even saying like that, for fuck's sake.
Himiko.
Mamma mia.
Himiko, stop it with your crappy lies.
Lies?
Everything you said is total BS.
Don't even abbreviate it at that point. Just extend it to its full length.
You didn't give two shits about Tenko when she was alive. But now you're like, oh no, poor Tenko, after she's dead. Come on, really?
You can argue with that after the fucking trial shit. You can talk like that, and I won't give two shits.
Kokichi, enough!
No. It's okay. It's no surprise he'd think that. I know I ignored Tenko before. That's why I'm so upset now. I should have faced Tenko. Worked things out with her while she was still alive.
Well, you couldn't have helped because she was under a fucking dog. And then the floorboard came out, and then she got fucking killed. There's nothing you could do to fix that. Nothing.
But now, it's too late. I can't complain to her. It's too late.
Yeah, seriously. It's way too late to realize that now. Our only option is to face her death head on.
Yeah? Face her death?
Himiko, I understand what you're going through. So I'm gonna help you out. Let's work together to find the truth. I'm not gonna let anyone say her death didn't matter.
Kaito. Alright. I'll put a silencing curse on whoever calls Tenko's death meaningless. The name of the curse is Death Curse.
Couldn't you have made that a little bit better? Come on.
I suppose being dead would silence someone pretty good.
Listen up! All you guys are gonna help out too. Abandoning someone who died and only thinking about your own survival. That's just as bad as a hit and run. I won't forgive something so messed up.
So you described what essentially is a hit and run and said it's just as bad as such. What? Huh? It's probably gonna make sense to me back in fucking editing, but right now, eh?
Tenko was our friend. Gonta wanna know why she died too.
I already told you that's so unnecessary. We're getting sidetracked here.
No, even if it was a different culprit, we need to know how Tenko died. If we don't find out who killed her, we won't be able to work together. Not now, not ever. Even if this trial isn't for her. In order for us to survive, we need to get to the bottom of Tenko's death. Not just to survive this trial, but so we can keep going and live on!
Finally, you noticed. Gee.
Huh? Did Kokichi?
Don't listen to his crap. We haven't decided whether there were two different culprits yet.
Thanks.
Let us talk about Tenko's case then. Perhaps that will provide us a clue.
Yeah, maybe.
Probably. Oh, imagine if not imagine Tenko killed themselves. No. Imagine if Himiko killed Tenko. That would be funny. Because, like, you know, there's a tiny bit of evidence that would back that up before. That hole in the corner. And I'm pretty sure during the whole ordeal, Himiko was in that specific corner. Yeah, you see there. She's the one closest to the corner. So she could have gone under the hole, gone through the floorboards, and then ding. So, you know, you never know.
So what are we talking about first?
Whatever you want to talk about.
For now, let's see if we can narrow down the list of suspects.
Tancrotch probably got killed during the seance, so everyone there's suspicious.
Tancrotch!
It's not that. Yeah, it's the first one.
That's it.
Just wanted to make sure I wasn't reading anything
It was
wrong.
me, Kyo, Himiko, and Kokichi.
So those four are the culprits!
Suspects.
Oh, Himiko's still culprit?
Well, that's probably just a coinkydink. The most suspicious out of the four
What
is
do you
really...
mean, coinkydink? That's the worst fucking
Kia. He suggested
mispronunciation.
the whole seance idea.
I was talking over you, but coinkydink's the worst mispronunciation I've ever heard.
True, I may have suggested it, but I explained the procedure beforehand, yes? If we all knew of it before the murder, then we are all equally suspicious.
Well, I suppose, but...
In addition, the seance wasn't entirely in my control either. I was not the one who selected the room we performed it in. It was Himiko.
Oh, right.
Also, we should not limit our suspects to only those who participated in the seance. The empty room had a point of entry from outside, you see.
How do you know the hole? How? Ah, they're referring to that. What I was saying earlier. The hole. Not the...
You're talking about under the floor, right?
Holeception. Let's go.
Huh? Under the floor?
Yes, there's a crawl space under the floor a person can move through. There was also a hole that connected it to the neighboring room.
Yeah, that's the hole I'm talking about.
If the culprit used the hole, they could have entered and exited the seance room.
I'll try fucking disabling the HUD again. See if that actually smooths everything. Oh, sweet, it does.
If we consider that possibility, then there is another suspect.
Fucking everyone. Because we don't know who can crawl in from underneath there. God's sake.
Another suspect? Who?
It's appearing before me. Oh, I can see it clearly. The true identity of Tenko's killer.
Still not halfway, by the way. That's always fun. Whether we have to agree or not, it's always fun. Caged child.
The culprit sneaked in during the seance by crawling under the floor.
But it was pitch black during the seance. How could they even see if they were under the floor?
Because it wasn't dark under the floor. You see, our villain had a light.
Yeah, the...
Light? You mean candle?
Yeah, the candle. That is exactly what it is.
Huh? Now, hold on a second.
I fucking responding. Oops.
Kibo could have used that function to get under the floor and sneak into the empty room during the seance.
I said hold on a second.
He used his robot functions to commit the murders.
Hold on a second.
Well, you can move up.
The culprit sneaked in.
Let's shoot for it anyway.
I mean,
Oh, no.
Kibo's flashlight function.
Great, cool, epic.
Huh?
I might just go with that. Okay. I probably did that already before. Right. So it is, again, my dumbness. And just fucking
By crawling
doesn't
under the
make
floor.
sense. Because, yeah. Oh, that actually
Because
makes
it wasn't
sense
dark
because the hole would
floor.
allow the light to come through,
see,
actually. That actually makes a
our
whole lot of
villain had a
sense
light.
then. Right. fair enough.
I don't think the culprit could have used a light while under the floor. There was a hole in the corner of the room. If a light were used, it would have leaked through and we would have seen it.
But when we did the seance, the room was definitely pitch black.
So a light was not shined under the floor, which means you cannot claim I am the culprit.
Jeez, here I thought this would be the case where the murder could only be done by a robot.
You have accused me of being the culprit more than once now, simply because I am a robot. My status as a robot does not mean I am capable of performing superhuman feats. My vision is somewhat poor, and I only possess average physical strength and intelligence.
I thought I hit the A button.
All right, you made your point.
I neither want nor need your pity.
Enough with the flashlight! It's way too bright!
It would have been difficult to move around under the floor in that pitch-black darkness. Maybe the floor and the hole have nothing to do with this case.
Then why was floorboard under Tenko lined up funny? Going to think that was so culprit could stab Tenko from under floor.
Ooh, nice observation, Gonta. Are you finally getting used to the class trials?
Uh-huh. Thank you.
Don't say it like that. You're better off not being used to this kind of stuff.
Maybe they marked Tenko with glowing paint and looked for that.
No. Unless they're dried in blood would count as such. Because looking at the loose floorboard, you see there's a small marker of just plain old there's plain markers there, so that could be indicated as like a sort of marker, and it's on the bottom part too, so that could actually be it, but I'm not sure.
That'd let the culprit find her. Then they could stab her through the floorboards.
Through the floorboards? No, we would have. Actually, no, we did hear that, but the floorboard would have already been ruined by then. It would have been very obvious, and it wasn't.
Boy, that sounds really familiar too. But I'm just gonna ignore it.
Yeah, I wonder where you find that so familiar. It's because that's what happened in the first chapter of the first game.
The corpse didn't have any trace of glowing paint, though.
Oh, yeah. So then why was that floorboard loose?
The loose floorboard was the one under Tenko, right?
Yeah.
If the culprit used it while she was still alive, she'd totally notice.
Who fucking cares? Fussing over that won't get us closer to the culprit!
We shouldn't dismiss this line of inquiry, however. Instead of butting our heads against this, how about we concentrate on another issue?
What other issue?
Another above to change.
Perhaps first, we should figure out how and when exactly Tenko was killed.
Well, we have the how, and we don't have the when exactly, because it's only within a short time span between when the seance begins and when it ends. Actually, no, not when the seance begins, when Tenko stops speaking and when the seance ends. It's between that.
When? So not during seance?
Tenko was in the metal cage for the whole seance, wasn't she? How could someone have gotten to her there?
Maybe the culprit killed her before she went under the metal cage.
No.
That's not possible. She was alive at that point.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm referring to, because from that point on, nothing. Radio silence.
Yes, she was unmistakably alive when the seance began.
That was right before we blew out the candles. But when the light came back...
The floorboard was removed at that point, so it's likely she was already dead then.
So she was killed when the room was dark?
But she was inside cage, right? Going to think it impossible to kill her then.
Well, that's what happened.
Then she wasn't killed when the room was dark. It was a different time.
A different time?
How the fuck should I know?
Tenko, you figure it out, shitheads! Huh?
Huh. There's your sequel. I hope you're happy.
Since Gonta said it was impossible, I'm proposing an alternate theory. Now hurry up and think!
No.
If you want to make my golden brain tingle, start circle jerking your lipstick brains!
Yay. White sheet.
When Tenko got killed, it wasn't during the seance.
It could not have been done at any other time.
The white sheet proves it.
She was under the cage the whole time.
Yeah.
And she was dead when the cage was lifted.
Yeah.
What about moment cage was lifted?
No.
Like that.
When cage lifted, culprit stabbed Tenko real fast.
Oh, the white sheet disproves
So
that.
fast, no one saw.
No.
Oh my!
I'm gonna wait
So who lifted the cage?
It was me.
Then obviously Himiko is the culprit.
Wait.
There's no...
You fucker! Welcome to Stupid Town. I'm your host, and I'm the only resident.
When cage was lifted.
Let's use the dark cages, and that would have been it, but no.
That's
That
wrong.
would be the one thing I didn't use for the one thing I thought was going to be used. I fucking hate you! God!
No, it wasn't possible to kill the moment the cage was lifted,
I have to get my anger out somehow.
because the inside of the white cloth had Tenko's blood on it. That cloth was removed before the cage was lifted. If Tenko was stabbed then, there wouldn't be blood on the cloth.
What? But how could my golden brain be
But you're a
wrong?
dumbass.
The only possibility is that Tenko was killed during the seance.
I got your remodel right here!
This is a fuck. This is the one time where I'm glad I fucking would feel so bad this is happening. Because I can at least just do shit.
Tenko died after the seance. It happened when the sheet was lifted. That was the moment the culprit chose to stab the fuck out of Tenko through the cage. They stuck the thin blade through the gaps of the cage. And that clean white sheet got stained blood red!
But the weapon was a sickle. Only the blade could have fit through the gaps.
The blade's all you need. If you stick the blade through a gap in the cage, it'd be long enough to reach Tenko, sitting in there with her neck all exposed.
Okay. At least we get that possibility out. So it's not that. And yeah. I can, you know. There's always that possibility. I've still got 4 lives at least, so I can at least just exercise them
The
all.
blade's all you need.
Why I do that?
If you stick the blade through a gap in the cage,
What?
it'd be long enough to reach Tenko, sitting in there with her neck all exposed. She wasn't that far from the cage's gaps. In which case, the person who lifted the sheet is the culprit, and that's none other than Kyo!
Is that it? Alright, that's it. Alright, cool. So I just have to fucking go through the whole thing.
Sitting in there with her neck all exposed.
Oh, it is the marker stone.
For your words.
Alright, confidence is being restored. Let's go, let's go. We're on a rebound, let's get it.
Wait just a minute. Tenko wasn't sitting down inside the cage.
I did have that realization as I was finishing up the previous sentence. Like, come on. Ah, yeah,
She
yeah.
was bent over with her forehead against the marker stone, and the cage itself was about 3 feet tall. The sickle's blade was too short to reach Tenko while she was in that position.
Then I messed up again?
Yes.
No worries, Mew. Everyone already knows you're an embarrassment to the human race.
Yeah, no worries.
If Shuichi is right, then it's impossible for Tenko to have been killed through the cage.
She couldn't have been killed during the seance since she was in the cage, right?
If she was killed then, The cloth over the cage would have been pierced.
Not during the seance or from below the floor. Then it's impossible, isn't it?
No, because she's dead.
Yeah, for a living person.
Huh?
But... Oh my god. This class trial, so far, can be summed up in one word: shed.
What if Angie's spirit killed Tenko?
No.
What are you talking about?
We don't know that. Some things are impossible for a human, but not for a spirit.
But we don't see them.
Don't say stupid stuff like that.
Stop that now.
Angie's spirit killed Tenko? Why?
Because Angie's spirit doesn't exist, so therefore it's self-kill.
Himiko?
Why would Angie's spirit kill Tenko?
What if Tenko killed Angie, and then Angie's spirit came...
Like I said, that's impossible!
Then explain how the culprit killed Tenko under these impossible circumstances.
The floorboards. Huh? You had your head off one of them, remember?
Well...
See? You can't explain, can you?
I already
Only
did.
a spirit could have
Wait,
done that.
I know! What if the culprit was hiding inside the cage?
I mean, that could be the possibility. But then I'll have to be suicide. Because, yeah. Because, like... Oh, I get it now. Because the sickle was the murder weapon, right? And yeah.
If they were in there, they could have stabbed Tenko during the seance.
Okay, something tells me he's not referring to what I think he was referring to, but I'm just kind of going all out, because the only person that could have been there at the time of entrance was Tenko itself. But the floorboard, to be fair, that was moved. Was moved, so... I mean... He's making sense, but at the other time he's also not making sense, if you get what I mean. Kind of.
No. If there was someone else in the cage, we would have noticed.
I agree with Kaito. The culprit could have been inside the cage.
We just gotta find out why, then. Because it wasn't there when he entered, but it could have been there midway through because of the floorboards. So, yeah.
Nonsense. There was no space in the cage for the culprit to hide.
Maybe the culprit wouldn't need to hide in the first place.
What?
I see.
Also, the culprit could have killed her in the cage at any time. I think you know what I'm getting at, right?
The stabbing from underneath. Who could have killed Tenko from inside the cage? My first guess is going to be you, and then the second guess is going to be Himiko. That's what I'm going for, yeah. Right, gotcha. Alright, Himiko, you're up. You're my other sacrifice, because you're the one closest to the hole, so you gotta just dip in, walk through, come up, bang. What?
Damn it!
What? Are they referring to Kokichi then? Because he was also in there? No. Oh! I was actually talking about that as well! I'm mildly in anger with myself right now. Because I was just talking about the possibility of that being the thing. And then when it comes to that possibility being the thing, I don't select it! It doesn't make sense to me! Ah, I love fucking stupidity. God damn it.
I believe Maki is referring to Tenko herself.
What did you say?
Are you saying Tenko is the culprit?
She committed suicide.
That was literally the part I was referring to. That just angers me more. So now I've just killed my hat, so now I gotta make him back up again.
Suicide?
if she committed suicide, it would explain a lot of things we couldn't figure out. She volunteered to be in the cage, and then stabbed herself during the seance. It wouldn't matter how dark the room was.
But the sickle she was stabbed with was under the floor, right?
The floor couldn't have been moved, so it could have been underneath.
If Tenko had stabbed herself, wouldn't the sickle still be inside the cage?
Oh my god. Mew actually said something smart.
Really?
Perhaps that explains why the floorboard was removed. After stabbing herself with the sickle, she threw it underneath the floor.
So she took off the floorboard to get rid of the sickle?
Yes, that makes sense to Gonta.
Well, it doesn't make sense to me.
Well, go elaborate then.
There's no reason for Tenko to commit suicide.
Elaborate then.
Maybe I wasn't too far off with the theory I had earlier. You know, about Tenko killing Angie.
Yeah?
Because Tenko and Angie were fighting for your attention, right? Tenko's pent-up frustration led her to commit such an atrocity. Her conscience couldn't handle it anymore, so she decided to end her own life.
What?
But if she was gonna kill herself, why do it during the seance?
Because nobody would have noticed. Yes.
She wanted to hide the truth of her suicide.
Essentially what I just said. Great. Awesome.
Really? Why?
There could only be one reason to hide it in a killing game, right? It's to take us down with her.
How could I tell you're gonna say that? Whoop-de-doo.
Take us down?
She wanted us to pick the wrong answer during the class trial, so she could bring us all down. She wanted us to die with her.
But really? I don't know.
Okay, well, she probably just wanted Himiko to die with her, but still.
But what are you saying? Tenko wasn't like that. She told me.
What if all of that was just a lie?
That's the lie master himself, you know. You know, trust him.
We should believe Tenko's last words.
The true terror of class trials is that you shouldn't believe everything said.
Himiko, you said that Tenko would never do anything like that. But how can you be so sure? Did you guys actually know each other? People keep all sorts of secrets. Like Maki. She hid the fact that she's a cold-blooded killer.
But I still like them for it, so what?
Is it wise of us to trust other people wholeheartedly in this kind of situation?
Jeez, you're such a naive dude.
Naive?
We're all just people, you know? Of course we're gonna have some secrets. What matters is whether there's any malice behind them.
People can lie about how malicious their hidden secrets really are.
Well, duh. It's impossible to know for sure what others are thinking. That's why it all comes down to whether or not you believe in yourself. If you get betrayed, it's not their fault. It's your fault for believing in them. That's why I believed in Maki Roll, because I wanted to believe in her.
And prepare the eye roll. The eye roll has been completed.
Just because you're acting all cool doesn't mean you get to skip training.
Hey, come on. Don't you think you're being a little too strict?
Well, we come from different backgrounds. So for now, let's agree to disagree. No one's ever called me naive before. And from Kaito? Seriously?
Whether or not I believe, my heart can't reach Tenko anymore. But I want to believe in her. She wouldn't commit suicide. She wouldn't try to take us down. That's what I want to believe!
Me too. Gonta no can believe Tenko commits suicide.
But if Tenko did commit suicide, that would answer all of our questions.
If you insist we believe in Tenko, then provide a reason to do so.
All right, I'll give you a reason.
Is there a reason?
I'm not lying now. No. We're not doing
Yes,
it.
there is. Will you trust me, Maki? If it turns out I'm wrong, you can blame me all you like. But for now, I need you to trust in my detective work.
There. There's all that, it's just a normal non-stop debate.
So far, suicide seems to be the best explanation.
Her plan was to take us down with her. So she hid her true intentions.
Tenko's not that kind of person!
But if Tenko did commit suicide, it would explain how she died during the seance.
She could have secretly brought the sickle and then stabbed herself with it.
Finally, with the last of her strength, she threw the sickle underneath the floor. All the pieces fit.
I'm not doing this. Nope. Not with the amount of hearts I have left. No. No. As much as I don't want to use a gun, I want to make this easiest for myself. So that's fine. Fine by me. I don't care if I have to use it again anyways. Oh, thank God I fucking checked. Because turns out it was a lie. Ugh. Oh, thank God. I've never been more happy to look at something and feel that it was actually a lie all this time. I've never been more happy. And that's why I use guides, because I want to make things easy. So yeah.
So far, suicide seems to be the best explanation.
Her plan was to take us down with her. So she hid her true intentions.
Tenko's not that kind of person!
But if Tenko did commit suicide, it would explain how she died during the seance.
Gotta make sure I get this right.
She could have secretly brought the sickle and then stabbed herself with it.
Finally, with the last of her...
There. Done. Done. We don't need to worry about that. We can move on.
Tenko couldn't have thrown the sickle under the floor because she died instantly.
Instantly?
Huh. And like that, does make sense to people who don't know what the thing is. 'Cause that's what it is. I
I'm certain of
see.
it. My investigation determined that she died instantly.
What's your opinion, Maki? I'd like to hear from someone who specializes in murder.
Maki.
You're right. I completely forgot about that important detail. Tenko died instantly.
What?
As an assassin, I specialize in killing my targets swiftly. I have no doubt that Tenko was killed immediately.
Words of a true killer. Pretty sure we can believe everything she said.
How could you forget that, Maki Roll? You better apologize to Shuichi.
Excuse me?
It's okay, Kaito, really. No apology necessary. Anyway, Tenko died so suddenly that she couldn't have gotten rid of the sickle. Knowing that, the theory that she killed herself just doesn't fit, correct?
Just like I thought. Tenko wouldn't commit suicide.
Thank goodness, Himiko.
Which means someone definitely killed Tenko during the seance.
Her suicide was considered because we could not determine how she was killed.
Pretty much.
No, there must have been a way. We're gonna figure it out.
Oh, if we weren't figuring it out, then would we progress that much?
Did any of the participants witness anything peculiar during the seance?
Oh yeah, I did.
If you know something, please speak up. It could be the key to solving this mystery.
Yeah, I know, the floorboards. It creaked. Thank God. Thank the God. Sunstone Jones. There you go.
Did anything seem out of the ordinary during the seance?
So I'm gonna have to agree with someone here.
There is something that bothers me. The fact that the seance failed. The ritual was perfect, and yet it failed.
It wasn't perfect.
How utterly strange.
Now that I think about it, while we were all singing the song, I heard something fall.
That could be it. Okay, fair enough. Right.
I'm more concerned about how dark it got in there. I mean, it was totally pitch black. My job was to relight the candles. Moving along the walls was seriously tough.
Okay, so that is gonna be the thing that we're gonna go for. So thank God, here we go. You've made my job a bit more easier now. There we go.
I agree.
We're back, baby. About damn time. Whew.
Himiko, you think that something fell because of that sound you heard, right?
It's okay get over the fact that as soon as I said there will be none, the fucking floorboards fucking killed themselves. That is unfortunate timing at its core. It's just unbelievable.
It sounded like something heavy fell down and hit the floor really hard. It could have fallen down.
Fallen down? There wasn't anything on the ceiling that could have fallen down, right?
There was something on the floor that could.
Am I wrong? I thought something fell, but
The sound was pretty loud. It did seem like something hit the floorboards.
The other thing that happened. What caused the sound that was heard? That doesn't help. That doesn't help. It's not loose before the seance. Let's go with that.
This is it!
Alright, we're back, baby.
I think the floorboard coming off had something to do with that sound. That floorboard came loose at some point during the seance, right?
could the floorboard have made such a loud sound though?
We did.
It was the sound of an intense impact.
If the impact was that intense, then it could have loosened the floorboard.
All right then, let's go with that. We all gotta put our heads together now.
Really late thumbs up, but okay.
So what made the floorboard come loose?
Judging from the sound, there must have been considerable force.
Someone who participated in the seance. Maybe that person tore off the floorboard.
No,
That wouldn't make such a loud crashing sound.
not yet at least.
Maybe the wooden statue fell over.
No, it was all reviewed.
But that statue was still on top of the cage.
Culprit hide under floor. Then stood up with such might.
I mean, good.
We already said there was no one under the floor.
Someone must have stomped through the floorboard.
Could also be that, but
A floorboard that comes loose when you step on it is dangerous.
actually no, you couldn't step through the floorboard because it was like
I'm the only
quite.
one here who's staying on the ball.
You hardly have any experience with balls to say that, Mew.
Shut up.
Don't be stupid. Don't you know me and Balls are the best of friends?
Not would have made a strong enough impact to knock the floorboard loose. Go. Ah, balls! Balls!
Damn it!
It was worth a shot, okay? It was worth a shot, okay?
So what?
Because I felt like that would have been the thing, you know? So what else is there?
Made the floorboard come loose.
Strength floor on the floor. Quite far from when Tangled was. So that's no use. Sundering Seance. Let's just confirm
The
that.
sound, there must have been considerable.
Magic Circle. Nah, I'm just fucking going back to my original fucking stat, man. Come on. Oh, so okay. Right. Unbelievable.
Someone who participated in the seance.
Let me just
Maybe
check
that person tore off the floorboard.
again.
That wouldn't make such a loud crashing sound.
Okay.
Maybe the wooden statue fell over.
But that statue was still...
Hide under floor.
But we already said...
Someone must have stomped through the floorboard.
Fine. Fine. Fuck you, game. You want me to fail that badly, man? Jesus, I would have never agreed with him in a million years.
The floorboard came loose because someone stomped on it.
The floorboards fit perfect. Going to make sure first time we go to empty room.
When we first saw the room, yes. But when I looked again during the investigation, one of the cross pieces supporting the floorboards was cut off. After examining the cut, I concluded that it must have been done deliberately.
Someone? You mean the culprit, right? Why'd they do that?
What did the culprit stand to gain by cutting the crosspiece?
They stand the game. Yeah. Now that's a piece of detail that I wish I knew sooner, that I extended out more than that, because it actually kind of makes more sense now. Why am I doing this at least? What happened when the floorboard was stepped on? We begin with an S. We do begin with an S. I don't think it would begin with a W. Well, I'm gonna try that. Alright. S-E? Okay. C-A. A? No. So I'm 2 health now. That's great. That's fun. I don't know. I don't know the answer. I legitimately don't know the answer again. Because I can't do much with SE, man. Come on. Okay. I guess that could also work too. Again, it's like it's the same thing as in Danganronpa 2. As soon as that fucking health influencer
the floorboard might have been used as a seesaw.
Goes down to like 1 heart, I fucking panic. And that's the thing. Because I just refer to guides like 50% of the time. Because I just get really fucking stressed out. Because I don't want to get the impression wrong. I have to go through the sequence all over again. I'd rather just be a one and done deal.
Yeah? A seesaw?
The crosspiece at one end of the floorboard had been cut off. The other 2 crosspieces holding up that board were close to the cage. Meaning, if you were to apply force to the end of the floorboard with no crosspiece, the next crosspiece would act as a fulcrum to turn the floorboard into a lever. A lever capable of lifting up Tenko's entire body.
Her whole body lifted up?
Yeah, that sounds like a seesaw, alright. But why bother lifting Tenko's body?
They couldn't have killed Tenko like that. Unless they used the sickle.
That's exactly it. Using the seesaw trick, it was possible to kill Tenko with a sickle.
Huh? How?
In order for the culprit to kill Tenko with a seesaw trick, the placement of the sickle is the most important factor.
We're not doing this. No. What is it? Top of the cage. Fine. The top of the cage.
That's it!
I'm not losing everything here. Not now.
Sickle
Not
is
ever.
at the top of the iron cage, with the blade facing down.
Because I saw how low our Harry was. I think the next few things... I'm gonna have to go through them once, as I did back in the second game. And then I'm gonna have to go to the guide and see if there's something here. Because I can't make rash decisions and I can't dilly-dally on them. So I'm just fucked. Mentally and physically, I'm fucked.
The reason we didn't see it was because of the fabric covering the cage. Also, the wooden statue kept the blade in place. It's true that the sickle's handle was thick, which made the statue wobble, but the statue's weight kept it from falling over. Once everything was in place, if you stepped hard enough on the seesaw, Tenko's body would have shot upward and hit the blade on the top of the cage. She was bent over, meaning the sickle's blade would have connected with her neck.
The 6-inch sickle blade wasn't long enough to stab Tenko in her crouch position, but with the floorboard acting as a seesaw, it could compensate for the blade's length.
Bringing the victim to the sickle rather than bringing the sickle to the victim. That's definitely an unorthodox idea.
It's crazy, but it would explain how Tenko got stabbed while she was in the cage.
So the sound we heard was the culprit stomping on the floorboard.
That impact make floorboard come loose.
Looks like we got ourselves a good old-fashioned seesaw homicide. Wait, what the hell's a seesaw homicide? That's fucking crazy!
The craziness is what really makes the killing game fun, you know? They can't get away with murder the normal way, so they gotta think outside the box. Kudos, culprit! You did a great job keeping me entertained.
Indeed. Well played, Himiko.
So you've gone to fucking throw the thing onto someone else. Great. Fantastic. I can't be doing this with half a heart in the influence meter, man. Come on. I know we have a fucking intermission coming up as well, but like, come on.
Yeah?
It was you, wasn't it? The one behind the seesaw homicide.
So was my guess actually just right all along then? That Corky was actually like the person who did the murders? Then again, it's still on Tenko's case. And we haven't really talked about Angie's case that much. I've also noticed that too, just because I was just thinking of one thing, and then I went to another. And now I'm gonna go on a downward spiral.
Huh? Why her?
Because she's the only one capable of carrying out this plan.
The only one? Why's that?
Because this seesaw homicide required its location to be prepared beforehand.
What that means anyone could do it. Doesn't matter who placed the crosspiece stone when. Like you're just about to fucking assume Himiko for.
By cutting the crosspiece beneath the floorboard, you mean?
Then the culprit would need to lure their victim into the prepared room. That is why you chose that room for the seance. Is it not, Himiko?
We've already seen this scene before, so it's like, you know, bullshit.
Oh yeah! Himiko was the one who chose the site for the seance!
She likely found out about my plans for the seance somehow.
You were quite vocal about the seance, Kyo. You even had instructions for it in your lab.
Our culprit, Himiko, prepared her seesaw trap ahead of time.
Why is that fucking silhouette, and why is a smile like that? Come on.
Then she waited for me to host the seance, and suggested the middle room.
But how would we know beforehand? Like, was there anything? Oh wait. Wait. I need to look at something here real quick. If we can, at least. I don't know if it's gonna show it to us. I don't think it will. But I remember specifically when the thing was setting up the magic circle. Yeah, if Tenko's right there, and we have to put the cage around that, then either I'm overthinking things a lot, or I'm actually thinking of something completely unbelievably smart. And chances are, I have no idea which things I'm about to go for here, man.
She led us all into holding the seance right where she wanted it.
The thing is, if that actually happens, then who fucking does the thing, then?
Then she killed Tenko, all according to plan.
You're interrupting me here. I know I like you and all, but you're interrupting me here because then if the person who orchestrates all this does the thing, and they don't go and kill. Right now, there's nothing in the rules that say that accomplices will be killed as well, if you get what I mean. That was always addressed in the other games, but in this game it's not. It's only addressed as, hey, if there's one murderer for one victim and there's another victim, only the first murder counts. So it's like... so it's all that. So we're all getting our knickers in our chest for nothing. Ain't that fucking awesome?
That's a lie, right? That Himiko did such a thing?
In the end, Himiko, who Tenko cherished and loved, tragically killed her.
I love realizing things right before they're actually supposed to happen, probably. And now I have to sit through a whole bunch of stuff that they don't realize. Because I figured out the thing way too early to really know. Isn't fun.
Wait! We don't know that, right? He's wrong, right, Himiko? Himiko would never kill Tenko, right?
That's not the most English thing he said today.
Kill Tenko? I killed Tenko?
Himiko?
What's wrong, Himiko?
Yeah, that's kind of the thing I'm also kind of thinking as well. Because the way Koki was forcing this issue, it does also kind of make it seem really suspicious, if you get what I mean. Thank God, we're at the halfway point with half a fucking heart. I don't know either, man. I really don't know, man. This really is gonna be one of those 3.5-hour recording sessions. Oh, fuck hell. That's just fucking fun. Yes, I'd like to save in the slot. Thank you. Just in case anything happens, we can at least go back to there.
Well now.
It's okay.
Hey, I guess I'm not.
Absolutely right.
Incredible.
Hey,
Daddy!
all right.
Anyway, we're not forgetting about the thing that I said beforehand. I still need to fucking for to guide and all that, you know?
This is my impression of a spooky, scary ghost.
This is the one time when I'm glad they're here. Just for fucking comedic relief. Because I need that right now.
I'm fine with real ghosts, but impressions of them are too scary!
Logic. does not compute.
Huh? Did you hear something?
No, I didn't hear anything.
You know what else is scary? Sweet buns. Yep, tasty, tasty sweet buns. So round, so sweet, so delicious.
That doesn't sound scary at all.
I'm scared too. Scared of losing my friends.
Huh? Did you hear something?
No, I didn't hear anything.
Back to the extra case. Get to it.
Answer us, Himiko. You chose the middle room to lure us into your trap, did you not? Then you used that trap to kill Tenko, yes?
We're forcing an issue again.
Well, Donkey Lips, did you kill that twat?
Okay, that's could be referring to anyone. That's just not them, you know.
Wait, must be some mistake. No way Himiko is culprit.
Then she needs to defend herself. Otherwise, this debate is deadlocked.
I don't care if you gotta use magic to do it, but say something already.
Are you even listening?
No, I'm not listening.
I appreciate the honesty, I guess. That's something.
I don't care anymore. I'm too tired. Angie died. Tenko died. Why did I have to survive?
Look at the draw.
And now, you're all saying I killed them?
Well, we've only got 2. There's more, they'll come out at you, but come on.
I just don't care anymore.
Himiko.
Do whatever. If you want to vote for me, then just go ahead.
Hey, I didn't say anything about them being the I got my words mixed up again. Fuck! They didn't say anything about them not being the killer, so I forward, I guess.
The game gets really blah if the suspect isn't into it.
That's not the problem.
Damn it. Don't tell me you've given up.
Himiko, don't give up.
Don't you understand? My life is riding on the outcome of this trial!
You put money in this?
Just shut up. I told you, I'm too tired. It's all just a big pain. I can't put up with it anymore.
What are you talking about? If you give up here...
You needn't worry. Himiko was the one who chose that room. Therefore, she is
Again.
unmistakably the culprit.
Again, forcing off an issue. Ay, 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 man.
Impossible! Himiko would never kill Tenko!
Do I need to say the words?
Himiko not that kind of person. Gonta can tell by Himiko's face.
Himiko's a little slow, so I don't think she's capable of handling a complicated crime.
I also think Himiko's not the culprit. Somehow.
Either way, we gotta look for more possibilities.
That does seem like rather a pointless quest.
No, is not. We gotta be strong. Gotta keep thinking. Then we might find new truth. So no give up, Himiko!
Great. I was suddenly thrust into it. Great.
Performing the seance in that room.
And pause. I want to learn what the fuck the answer is so I don't fucking die. Alright. Gotcha. I'm not taking any chances this time around. I'm fucking half a heart down. I'm not going for it, man. It's not worth it.
Was Himiko's decision, was it not?
What if someone steered her into picking that room?
Of the 3 empty rooms, why did you select the middle room, Himiko? Because you laid your trap there.
Was Trap only in that room? other rooms may be trapped too.
There.
I agree.
Okay. We're through. We're through.
It's just like Gonta said. Each room was the same. They were all trapped.
What? Is that true?
Kokichi will tell you.
I was way too careless. Wait, what are you talking about?
Thank you.
While you were in the room next to the crime scene, you found a loose floorboard, right?
Well, I didn't find it so much as I stepped through it and tripped.
What? Hold on! There was also a loose floorboard in the next room?
So the culprit prepared a trap in all 3 empty rooms, not just the middle one.
If the culprit set traps in all the rooms, then they wouldn't need to select a room themselves.
So the real trap was for someone else to pick a room and take the blame.
I see. We were caught in the culprit's trap all along.
Especially you!
But now there's no reason to suspect Himiko, right?
Himiko, do you remember what Tenko told you? Live life facing forward. She said that to you, right? If you give up on living, you'd be betraying her memory. We're all trying to keep our promises to the dead. This trial, it's not just for our lives. It's for everyone who's died as well. That's why we can't give up. This is our responsibility. We live on.
You're right. Yeah, that's right. If I gave up here, I wouldn't be able to face Angie or Tenko.
That's right. So let's do our best.
Alright, I'm not gonna say it's a pain anymore. I won't give up. I'll fight alongside everyone and survive!
Thumbs up.
Do not say everyone. After all, the Blackened is still among us.
Jeez, there you go. Killing the mood like usual. But damn, well said, Shuichi. That's what I'd expect from my soul, bro.
What?
Your soul, bro?
Well, anyway, do you think the Blackened this time has some sort of superpower?
What are you talking about?
Well, as a self-proclaimed expert of stepping through floorboard, isn't it weird that no one stepped through that floorboard before the culprit used it?
Ah, that is a good point.
Wasn't I saying that exact same thing as well? Because of the
It must have been barrier magic.
way that all everyone else was saying on it, I think.
Well, that's one possibility, but I think it might have been something else.
I don't know if one now. I know if someone's one. A magic circle called draw.
This is it!
That much I can at least say for free.
It's because of the magic circle at the scene of the crime. Before we began the seance, we were warned not to step on the circle. The floorboard in question was within the circle. That's why no one stepped on it.
So the magic circle's purpose was to keep us away from the whole trip.
That was part of the culprit's plans too?
Could be. Alright. Right. I'm not shying away from this because I have 2 attempts at it. One attempt's gonna be straight for who I thought it was at the start. And I swear to God, if it is, I'm gone. There's only one reason, man. I swear to God, if it is fucking Korekiyu Shinguchi, I am out of this room.
It has to be you!
No. No.
Kyo. Was it you?
Got caught.
What the fuck?
Whatever are you talking about?
I'm talking about Tenko's murder.
Kyo?
Why do you suspect me?
Because you were the one who drew the magic circle. The circle kept us from discovering the seesaw trick, but that's not all it was for. In order to make the murder succeed, variables like Tenko's position and the placement of the cage needed to be defined. And those variables were defined by using the magic circle. In short, the circle itself was the most important tool in this murder. Knowing that, the person who drew the magic circle has to be the culprit.
Well, Kyo?
Answer already! Did you do it?
This is gonna go downhill.
What is so funny?
You know what's coming.
I was just thinking. So this is how each Blackened must have felt. What an intriguing experience this is.
What? An intriguing experience?
But if I am the culprit as you claim, then I stomped on the floorboard, yes?
Yes, you didn't technically fall through it. You just stomped on it.
So, do tell.
Well,
How could I have stomped on the floorboard during that darkened seance?
you didn't fall through it now. Come on.
I see. That is problem.
Unless that is made clear, you cannot be certain I am the culprit.
Oh, is he talking about how his voice still stayed there? Oh.
How can you be so calm when you're backed into a corner like this?
I will explain that in due time. Please answer my question first.
Wait a minute. Maybe...
Oh.
Did you figure it out?
Oh, we're in the process of it. They used the feeling of touch. The touch feelings.
That's it!
Okay.
The culprit used touch. They didn't see, they felt.
That way they could get around in the dark, like how I got to the candle.
Wasn't Seesaw in middle of room? Gonta doesn't think it was near wall.
So they probably used something besides the wall to move then, right?
So it is the layout of the room then.
Were there any other markers within reach?
Of course, the answer to that is there was nothing of the sort.
They could have used that for floorboards. Robot used what marker? It's a 5-word thing. No. Oh, magic. Magic circle. Oh, and I figured that all on my own. We're actually just back. We've never been more back than right now. I don't believe it. There's the eye. There's the eye. Eh. Oh. Wow. Who knew all you needed was just a breather?
That's it! The magic circle. They used the magic circle. Remember? The magic circle was drawn with salt. The culprit used the salt's texture to feel their way through the dark.
I see. So Kyo traced the magic circle with his hands to get to the loose floorboard.
Oh, I see. You drew the magic circle with salt to use it as a guide.
An interesting thought. It is unfortunate that it is so wrong.
Well, how come?
Recall the document. what did the magic circle look like?
Based on the document, the magic circle wouldn't reach the corners of the room.
No, there's still a way to get to there, because if Corky was standing there, then all he has to do is walk a little bit, feel there, and feel his way over to that point where they fucking both those lines cross, and goes up to that symbol, and then he does the deed. It's actually uncanny how easy it is. It's uncanny.
So what?
When the room was darkened, each of us was in a corner of the room, yes?
Yes, you're in the far right from the door, inwards.
The magic circle didn't reach us, so I could not have followed it, yes?
Well, not on the wall, but you could have moved a little bit from the wall, moved outwards from the wall, trying to feel get the feel with the salt with your hands. You move across then, and then you're good.
But you're talking about the magic circle in the document. That doesn't mean the circle you drew was the same.
I guess I could have been that too.
No, I most definitely drew it exactly the same. I have it perfectly memorized.
So which is it? Is there any way to check?
Not anymore. The magic circle is a complete mess from being trampled on.
Everyone, may I have your attention, please?
What the fuck do you want?
What a pain. We don't have any way to check it now.
Excuse me, everyone. May I...
Well, I guess there's no point in discussing the magic circle anymore.
Hey, may I have your attention?
Oh, I said cut that out! It's too bright!
I apologize. I just wanted everyone to listen to me.
About what?
I had Mew add another function to my body, in addition to the flashlight.
Well.
What the? No way! Did you really? Stop! You can't! I didn't install it for that.
Please, let me use it. With it, I might be able to save everyone.
Alright, so what is this function?
It's an image recording function.
Right.
Image recording?
Specifically, this function allows me to dispense a printout of my own memory. I'll give it a try.
Feel free to.
Ready?
From your mouth?
Impressive.
I've also used magic like that before.
This printout is my memory of being kicked out of the seance. Please confirm that the floor of the empty room is clearly visible. Go on, take the picture and see for yourself.
Okay. God.
So it is from, not from his corner then. Hey. Hey. What's those lines doing? What are those lines doing, buddy? What's that? Hey. What are those lines?
Well, Shuichi, do you notice anything?
The lines. The lines. They extend to the walls. Yes, them. That right there.
There! This helped a lot, Kibo. Without you, I never would have seen through Kiyo's lie.
My lie?
You just said that you drew the magic circle exactly as it appears in the document. But that's a lie, isn't it? The magic circle at the scene had lines that stretched to the room's corners, which means that you would be able to find the floorboard from anywhere in the room.
So it was different from the document after all.
All because Himiko noticed. And because of Kibo, too.
Hey, where's my things? I'm the one who installed that function into Kibo.
Hey, yeah, what was it you were saying about its purpose?
Oh, to be honest, the purpose of that image recording function is to monitor my health. Specifically, I make Kibo use the
Not
function.
doing this.
You what? Why?
We're not listening to this, man.
Shit is a great indicator.
Plus, taking a satisfying See? You're all gross!
Quit talking about your poop. No one cares.
Thank you. Thank you. I wasn't here for the shit talk anyways. Quite literally.
Kyo, you killed Tenko, didn't you? Just give up and admit it already.
We're just 2 hours in though, so we're not near there yet.
So, Kyo, if you have any objections, you can...
Your deductions are fiction.
Rough interruption.
Well, since you've given me the option, I will most certainly object. To be honest, it's unimportant, but it may be an amusing diversion. Now I shall bear witness to your abilities, Shuichi. Do entertain me.
See, they exactly like the person who was the murderer in chapter 4.
If you are going to claim I am the culprit, then what of the murder weapon? It was set up in the cage. The only people capable of that are Kokichi and Shuichi, who carried the cage. So suspicion should fall on them.
Okay.
True, we could have placed the sickle there, but we could not have removed it later. Because we weren't the ones who lifted the cage. That was Himiko.
The only person who could have collected the sickle is Himiko. But the only people who could have placed the sickle are Kokichi and Shuichi. But in regards to that dilemma, I did not carry the cage, nor did I lift it. I had no opportunity to touch the sickle.
No opportunity, huh?
So simply put, I am not the killer.
Ooh, okay. Right.
To touch the sickle.
You damn it.
Nor
Boom.
did I had no opportunity to touch
Have
the
an
sickle.
opportunity after all.
Cut through your words! The only person who could have set up the sickle and retrieved it afterward is Kyo. That was done by covering the cage with a white cloth. You could have secretly placed the sickle when you draped the cloth. And retrieved it afterward when you removed the cloth. Then, while everyone was distracted, you discreetly dropped the sickle under the floor.
Wonderful! That's exactly correct.
Jesus, you need to fucking interrupt that hard. You fucking scared me. Jesus Christ.
It's correct. Then why don't you give up already?
Because he has no intentions of doing so.
The trick I put so much work into is just wasted effort now. Alas.
I know exactly what he's referring to. I was just thinking, I was arguing over with Himiko earlier. He is referring to this. Because he knows he's committed the second murder. Whether he's killed the first murder. Killed second murder. Killed the first victim. No. Killed the just move on!
So, it was you? You killed Tenko?
Let me guess. You'll never forgive me. Himiko, you must hate me so very much. Maybe you'd feel better if I was executed by Monokuma. But unfortunately for you, that won't happen.
At least not right now. Because we can't be too sure.
If you vote for me, every spotless, including myself, will die.
Doesn't really matter though.
What you talking about, Kyo?
You still don't understand? I killed Tenko, that is the truth. But it is meaningless in this class trial.
Meaningless? You mean Monokuma's extra rule, right?
Now I'm gonna pause out here. Because I remember I said in the very fucking beginning, I said something along the lines of Kyo killed Angie because of their religious beliefs. If this actually happens, fucking bow down to me.
You see, I killed Tenko, but not Angie.
But how can we be sure?
For us, Tenko's death is nothing but a trivial issue. Because the Blackened in this trial is the culprit who killed Angie.
Trivial issue?
Well, not at all. We figure out a part of the issue here. Like, it's not that trivial now. I can at least agree with that, but if you're going to fucking argue with him, take it to the up rooms.
No, that's gotta be a lie. You probably killed Angie too.
That is simply not possible. Recall that I was unable to enter Angie's lab.
Well, you had a fucking katana at your hands, but if you were.
Oh, only student council members and Kokichi could enter research lab.
Wait, he probably just could have called fucking Kokichi, asked him to unlock the pick, and then Kokichi just appears, he walks in, and then he fucking kills her. Ah! I know your tricks, young man.
Killed Angie when I couldn't even enter her lab.
I know your tricks, young man.
We can figure that out. No one else could have done it besides you. If you're the one who killed Tenko, you gotta be the one who killed Angie.
I understand how you feel, Himiko, but maybe we can discuss this rationally and calmly. There is a non-zero possibility that Kyo is telling the truth.
Non-zero.
So you understand how she feels. I see. Wait, robots can understand human feelings?
Of course I understand. I work really hard to understand.
Hey, why are you getting all worked up, Kibo? Chill, dude.
That's enough! It's voting time! I'm gonna vote for him!
Voting for me will only help the one who murdered Angie.
Isn't Kyo culprit?
Yeah.
Of course I'm not. This case was an error on my part. Monokuma added that rule after both bodies were found, yes?
Oh wait, after? Then that but that doesn't mean that's. He didn't say anything about that applying for this one, did he not? Did he not?
How was I to know that the trial would only be for Angie's killer?
Ooh, this could get spicy. Ooh.
Had I known, I certainly wouldn't have killed Tenko.
You're lying! You killed Tenko and Angie!
Now hold on. Jumping to conclusions here is dangerous.
We should talk it out more. This case might have juicy plot twists waiting to happen.
Fuck off with your juiciness. I already said juicy like 5 minutes ago. Not even. Like in 30 seconds.
Nuts to that! Any way you look at this case, Kyo is obviously the culprit.
Yeah, there's sort of no other way to look at it.
No, it's too dangerous to vote before we arrive at a logical decision.
The culprit's one of you!
It's the logical decision.
This argument is getting intense. At times like this, the Ultimate Academy is proud to present
The Thing.
Yippee! I've been waiting for this!
Why were you waiting for it?
He was waiting because he knows it's coming. You know? Well, at least I have the Thing at least, so that's always something. What if the wheel picks up if I get closer and spin it really hard? No. That's a good thing. Picks up the thing at least anyways. So yeah.
Kyo killed Tenko and Angie!
Kyo.
Kibo! We don't know for certain that Kyo killed Angie.
He forced his way into Angie's research lab
Angie.
and killed her!
I got this, but he couldn't get into Angie's research lab.
The katana was found in Kyo's lab.
Kyo! Anyone could have entered my lab.
So Kyo did kill Tenko, but he not Blackened?
Kokichi! Perhaps there's a second Blackened we need to find.
He was planning to use the new rule to protect himself all along.
Kyo! Not possible. That rule was added after both murders.
We solved the mystery of Tenko's death. Can't we just vote now?
I got this! Not yet. There's still another mystery to solve.
Let's get this right. I was really trying to go in for the power counter, and as soon as I missed, I just started mashing. There's only one, then.
It would be a mistake to vote before we've completely solved Angie's
Or
murder.
maybe. I don't know.
And there's still the mystery of Tenko's murder.
Mystery? What kind of mystery?
Well, Kyo's confession derailed our conversation a bit. But we still have to go over one of the clues found at Tenko's crime scene. I believe it might even have something to do with Angie's murder.
The dried blood. Wasn't that? No. I'm only at half a heart, so I can't say it now anyways. So, was I correct? I was! So that's good to know.
This is it!
So I can just flump the next question
The
at
blood
least.
stain found under the floor. Maki and I found it during the investigation. It was beneath the floorboard that the culprit stomped on.
Is that Tenko's blood?
That bloodstain was too far from Tenko's corpse to have been hers.
Also, the bloodstain was already dry when we found it. But the blood from Tenko's body hadn't even begun to dry yet.
Well, that's weird. Why was that bloodstain the only dry one?
The stain under the floorboard was dry because it happened before the seance?
That's it!
Thank God.
The bloodstain wasn't from Tenko's murder. It was there before we started the seance.
Before the seance?
From the seance, it had to be Kokichi Oma's because he said he hit his head off it, right? No? Really? But you said you fucking hit it off the fucking wall, though. What the hell? Fair enough, then. I guess we'll go with that one, then. I was thinking of going for that one, and then I realized Kokichi Oma also suffered the same fate. But still.
That's it!
That's fair enough.
That bloodstain wasn't Tenko's. It was Angie's.
Why was blood from Angie at the scene of Tenko's murder?
Yeah, wasn't Angie killed in her research lab?
Just because we found her body there doesn't mean she was killed there.
Ah, I guess that's possible.
If Angie wasn't killed in her lab, then that opens up a lot more possibilities. We assumed that only council members could have killed Angie since her body was in her lab. But if she died somewhere else, then we can't suspect just the council members anymore.
So the culprit didn't enter her lab, but waited for her to come out of it?
I'm not sure if the culprit waited for her, but they probably killed her when she came out. Well, I thought that was more likely from the start. So I went to places Angie might have gone and checked all 3 empty rooms.
Places she might have gone? Why did you check the empty rooms then?
The empty rooms were the only places I could think of that Angie would go.
Because she's the vote now.
Did Angie have business in rooms?
It seems Kokichi's up to his usual misleading nonsense again.
I do lie a lot, and I could be lying right now too. But I'm pretty sure someone's panicking right now because of my lie.
Oh, fucking great.
The art research lab is not where Angie was killed. She was killed in the empty room instead.
She left her lab on her own?
But why would she go into an empty room? There shouldn't have been anything in there.
Exactly, there wasn't.
Except for candles.
That's it! She She wanted a candle.
Possibly, actually.
Keep herself awake at night.
Not for that reason, but
She would drip hot wax on her body.
no, the
That sounds
thing.
like something only you would do, Mew.
No, the thing. I'm gonna go for the guides again because I genuinely don't want to fuck this up myself. But what you might have said there could actually make a whole lot of sense. So indeed it was.
The art research lab is not where Angie was killed. She was killed in the empty room instead.
She left her lab on her own?
But why would she go into an empty room? There shouldn't have been anything in there.
Except for candles.
That's it. She wanted
I agree.
I've been scammed again. Because I should have gone on a fee break for that one, and I didn't.
That's it. Angie went to that room to get a candle.
I mean, originally I thought she was going in there just to pray, but I guess she could also go in there to grab a candle and then light the book on fire.
Yeah, for kinky wax play.
Not that.
No. Angie was going to use it for the ritual. According to the Necronomicon, to resurrect the dead.
Then, did she seek out a candle so she could burn the book?
That's right. There's nothing to start a fire with in Angie's lab. So she went to go get a candle from one of the empty rooms.
And that's when the culprit attacked her.
That's why there was dried blood under floor.
Which means Angie was attacked in the same room the seance was held. Bravo, Himiko. Well done for choosing that room for the seance. If we hadn't done the seance in that room, then Tenko's murder would have been in another room. If that happened, no one would have discovered Angie's bloodstain under the floorboards.
That's right. Shuichi and I only checked under the floorboards where Tenko died.
Yep, it's all thanks to Himiko for choosing the same room as Angie.
Just pop luck, though.
This must be a Tua's will. Or maybe the power of magic.
It's the power of blind luck, like I said.
It's neither. I just picked one.
I'm glad you realized.
Hold on. You're all acting as though you've proven that as fact already. You claim Angie was murdered in the empty room, and then moved to the lab? Then how do you explain the large amount of blood in the lab?
Oh, simple. Very simple, actually.
It may be possible to carry a body, but blood cannot be moved.
But it can be patched up, you know. Ring any bells?
I think she was still alive after the attack in the empty room. She was killed after she was carried to her lab.
Culprit attacked the trace. Forehead injury. Yeah, forehead injury. That's the only one that makes sense. You know?
The fatal wound was a cut to the back of her neck from the katana. But she also showed signs of blunt force trauma. And I think I know why.
A blunt force trauma again? Don't tell me.
After Angie was knocked unconscious in the empty room, she was killed in her lab.
I see. So that puddle of blood is from the killing blow. Ha! It's all clear now. Angie was attacked in the empty room, carried to her lab, and it was there that the culprit finished her off.
All clear. This is all clear.
You want me to show you a glass? I can show you all clear with a glass.
What are you all talking about?
You know damn well what I'm talking about here.
All clear? What is all clear?
The glass! The glass! I just said it, bro!
What are you... all clear?
What are you all... You what? What are...
I will not fear. I will not back down.
Hey, what's that mask doing down there?
Sweet Korekio, calm yourself.
What's that mask? Hello?
Their words are all hollow. There is no meaning to any of them.
We are not doing this, man.
You must
We
teach these
are
ignorant
not
children a
doing this,
lesson.
man. Come on.
Yes, you're right. Okay, I'll teach them.
Is this a not seance? Is this a thing of double personality shit?
What the hell are you mumbling about? You're giving me the goddamn willies!
Just used to come out, deal with it.
Not yet. Nothing is clear at all.
It's full of doubts, of mysteries, of a dense, impenetrable fog!
A fog is not impenetrable, I can tell you that much.
Nothing is clear at all!
Angie was attacked in the empty room first,
Why do that?
and then carried into the research lab? Impossible! Impossible! That's nothing but a delusion! You intend to poison our minds with your delusions?
Yes, I would, actually.
It's no delusion. Angie's 2 external wounds tell the story.
So is that the floor then?
After she was struck in the empty room, she was carried to the art research lab and then killed.
Oh, the duct tape!
You say the culprit carried Angie's body?
Oh, I already had this like a...
And not a single drop of blood fell?
Yeah.
The hallway and empty room had no bloodstains. Even if you wipe them down later, there'd still be traces of evidence left behind. But there was no evidence anywhere, was there, Shuichi?
Yes, I was!
I'll cut through your words!
You are wrong! I have to get in the fucking anger move there. Oh.
There was evidence left at the scene. The bloody tape under Angie's body.
What?
It was wrapped around her head to stop the bleeding while she was being carried.
Bloody tape? Gonta didn't notice at all.
It was under the body. It's most likely evidence the culprit should have gotten rid of. But since it was hidden, the culprit didn't notice and failed to dispose of it.
It must have fallen as the fatal blow was dealt, and ended up under her body.
It must have been Atua who did that for us.
No, just blind luck again.
What? Atua? How long are you going to keep that up?
Wait. Did he actually kill Angie because of her religious fucking beliefs? No way!
Now we know most of the mystery behind Angie's murder.
I'm convinced there's only one person who could have killed Angie.
No way! Did he fucking kill them for her fucking religious beliefs, man? No way!
It has to be you!
I could not have gotten that right. No way. I'm not believing. I'm not
It's
believing
you,
it.
Kyo. You killed Angie.
What the fuck? So it's true!
Well, that was obvious. Such a boring, obvious answer.
You killed both of them. Why did you kill them?
In terms of pure logic, only one victim was necessary to win.
Why? Why you killed them both?
I think one of the murders was an accident.
An accident?
That's right. It wasn't part of the plan.
Huh? Which one?
Would it be the murder of Tenko Chajisaba? I feel like he would have killed Angie because of religious beliefs. Ah, balls! Balls!
That's it!
So my theory might be out the entire window. That's great.
Angie's murder was an accident.
What? Tenko wasn't accident?
That's right. Kyo originally planned to kill someone with a seesaw trick.
Wait.
But while he was making preparations in the empty room, Angie walked in. So he decided to kill her in order to keep her from talking.
She just happened to walk in on the culprit setting up and was killed.
And really familiar to what happened in the second game, because that's kind of what happened in the second game too.
Yen, you should have just stopped there. Once he killed Angie, there was no reason for him to kill Tenko.
Maybe it was out for blood.
You only needed to kill one for this game. Killing two is pointless. If you get bonus points for killing more, then sure. Otherwise, it leaves more clues behind.
Why, Kyo? Why you killed two of our friends?
What is it? What on earth are you talking about? No, I'm not the culprit.
Really?
So, why is everyone looking at me like I am? Why? Why are they? Why is it?
Calm yourself. And...
Calm yourself, Korekio.
Knew it! I knew that was going up. I fucking knew it. I fucking anticipated that. You fucking...
Yes. You mustn't raise your voice. You mustn't stutter.
That's one.
You mustn't
Then...
lose composure. You mustn't become flustered. You mustn't waver. Look at their horrid faces. This sorry lot is not worth agonizing over.
And then
You're
right. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
So... he has two different personalities then. Huh?
There he goes again. What the hell's wrong with him?
I figured out exactly what was wrong with him, like, already, man. Calm down.
It almost seems like he's talking with someone.
You only now notice?
Someone? He's just talking to himself. And why the hell is he wearing lipstick?
I have an idea.
No matter how loudly you protest, this is a trivial matter. I will never acknowledge your allegations. Not a single one of them. For you see, there is no evidence that I killed Angie.
The door lock. Hello. Wait, no, we already discussed that, so we can't use that.
No, I will not acknowledge it. I will only acknowledge facts, true events. I won't acknowledge fiction, mystery. I won't acknowledge your deductions or guesses. Well said. Good job, Korekio. Yes, thanks.
Creeps me the fuck out!
You're wrong. There is evidence.
What? You do realize bluffs like that won't work, yes?
The weapon that was used to knock Angie unconscious in the empty room. That weapon tells us the whole story, Kyo.
Weapon was used to knock Angie unconscious in the empty room. Ah, balls.
That's not possible. I think you may have misunderstood. Apologize. Come on, apologize.
No.
Apologize. Apologize. Apologize.
Once I made a thing, I stick to it, bitch.
Apologize.
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 I may have liked you, but it's not happening.
Seriously, what the hell's happening?
A whole bunch. Can we at least go to the... Ah, good. That was actually what I was looking
I
for.
have nothing to admit. You are simply wrong. Yes, I'm not the culprit. So I have nothing to confess. I have nothing to admit. You are sick.
Ah, cool.
Why must you force your delusions on us? Your logic. That's merely a delusion. Well said, Korekio. To continue this debate is meaningless. Why must you force your delusions on us?
Good game.
I told you I am not the culprit. So why are you looking at me like that? You're all wrong, not me. Korekio speaks the truth. Such a sorry lot. Apologize. 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 I told you
Back.
I am not the culprit. So why are you looking at me like that? You're all wrong, not me.
That's
Correctio
it.
speaks the truth. Such a sorry lot. Apologize. 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 I told you I am not the culprit. So why are you looking at me like that?
Summers us up.
You have no proof that Correcchio is the killer.
Floorboard removed. Fuck!
I told you
Not.
I am...
No. Okay. Did I do an ass race? Was it removed floorboard? Was that the thing? Yeah, I mixed up the words. I mixed up the words. I made something that makes sense, but I worded it wrong. Okay.
Not the culprit. So why are you looking at me like that? You're all wrong, not me.
Okay, let's do this again.
You have no proof that Correcchio is the killer.
Oh, you bastard. Can I remove words? Is that something I can do? I can't. I don't believe it. I messed up at the last point. I'm done. I'm done, bro.
Correcchio speaks the truth. Such a sorry lot.
How'd I get that?
Apologize. 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 Apologize.
Time to write my remote.
You have no proof that Correcchio
Move
is the killer.
floorboard.
It ends here.
Finally. It finally fucking ends here. Once and for all.
Keo hit Angie with the same floorboard used in the seesaw trick.
I see. And how do you know the floorboard was the murder weapon?
There was a small patch of dried blood on the underside of the floorboard.
Angie's blood?
Blood that spattered there when the culprit struck Angie with the board. But that's not the only evidence that she was hit with that floorboard. There's also the bloodstain under the floor to consider. For that to be there, the floorboard must not have been in place at the time of the attack.
Good point. Had the floorboard been in place, her blood wouldn't have splattered beneath it.
Keo's earlier confession is further evidence that the floorboard was used.
How? If the weapon used to hit Angie is the floorboard from the seesaw trick,
It means the culprit knew about the seesaw, so the same person killed Tenko and Angie.
Impressive screaming time, I'll give you that. Very impressive.
I believe that while Keo was setting up the seesaw, he was holding the board when Angie walked in.
And he cold-cocked her with the floorboard.
all you can do now is accept it. You even confessed to Tenko's murder already.
So it's true. This is the truth.
Yeah, it is. I had to fight my fucking ass off for it, you know.
Looks like we're almost at the end.
See, that's how
All right, Shuichi. I'll leave the finale to you. Bring down the house.
annoyed I was that I messed up the final word. Had I got that right, we'd be fine. That is, unless I mess up the finale. In which case, I would have fucking lost anyways, which would be very funny.
Please, put an end to this.
I was planning on it.
For Angie and Tenko's sake.
I understand. I'll go over everything one more time. Keo, I want you to confess. No, I will force you to confess.
Need more emphasis in it, man. So we have sliding lock, gold leaf katana, stuck duct tape. The stuck duct tape. Whew. Still don't know why they made the fucking circle red here and the cross blue when it's usually the other way around. I got him killed Angie. do not have the Anja. Who was eventually used to stab the katana, that Rikaide. Handle of the spinning katana. Hit the sliding lock. When Anji's body was found, who unlocked the door? That would be Kokichi, whom of which we don't have yet. What object did Tenko rest her forehead on during the sequence? The stone that Himiko brought. What weapon did the culprit set up on the iron cage? That would be the sickle, but we don't have that still, annoyingly. Who, besides Kokichi, was responsible for extinguishing the flames? That would be Suichi. I think I already said his name. Oh, no, ironically. Couple was able to move around the darkest during the scenes, but he had a path made of salt. When the culprit approached the cage, he used a move for... Oh, thank... Okay. So if there's anything I've at least learned, I would have lost there, at least. Because I would have used that, because he used... Because I didn't know it was this originally. I was so excited for it, man. Magic Soul got erased because everyone came in and trampling on it. So he settled a secret plan to kill Bear. Okay. So you need to find the root. So... Wooden Vorwag knocked her unconscious then. I can at least be sure of that. With Goldie. Alright, that's wrong. We got that. Ah. It actually just goes there. Am I dumb? Oh, there we go. Can you just lock pick him? Footsteps contaminating the scene. Alright, this goes. Who was the culprit of it? Let's try and find the answer to that. We're done.
This is the truth of the case. Let's look back at it was late last night. The culprit was in the empty room on the 4th floor. The culprit was preparing the seance murder they had planned. To use the floorboard as a seesaw, they had to cut the crosspiece supporting it. The plan was to make the same preparations for all 3 empty rooms. This would divert suspicion away from the culprit and whoever picked a room. To cut the crosspieces, they needed a saw. I imagine they got one from the warehouse. They were planning to cut the crosspieces in all 3 rooms. However, when the culprit was working on the middle room, the unexpected happened. Angie walked into that room and saw the culprit making their preparations. She needed some fire for the ritual and had gone to the room for a candle. At that point, the culprit had not finished the setup
and was just cutting cross pieces. Angie might not have concluded that it was tied to some kind of murder plan. But now that Angie had seen it, the culprit couldn't use the seesaw trick. Any other person might have just given up, but not our culprit. The culprit took the floorboard they loosened and struck the unsuspecting Angie in the head. The culprit did not want to give up on their plan and had to improvise. They wrapped duct tape around Angie's injury to stop the bleeding. Then they picked up her unconscious body and carried her to a research lab. While she was unconscious, the culprit hurried to tie up this loose end. But because they were in a hurry, they made a crucial oversight. They didn't notice the duct tape had peeled off and was under Angie's body. Without that evidence, we may never have figured out the culprit's trick. Carrying the supplies they needed, the culprit returned to the ultimate art lab. Locked the front door from inside. And took out the katana they brought from their own lab. They then stabbed Angie in the back of the neck, finally killing her. Then, to further confuse us, the culprit attempted to make a locked room mystery. First, they used rope from the warehouse and hung 4 effigies upside down. There were 2 reasons for this. To overwhelm the room with an occult atmosphere. And the other was the key to locking the room. The culprit stuck the katana into Kaede's effigy near the rear entrance. And spun the effigy around to twist up the rope. After enough turns, the culprit let go and headed for the rear door. Once released, the effigy began spinning, and the gold leaf katana with it. The handle of the katana then hit the sliding lock, locking the door. A difficult trick, but remember that the lock was so loose it moved at the slightest touch. The culprit also would have had the opportunity to attempt it many times. Once complete, the door was locked, but the duct tape was left behind. Perhaps the culprit noticed it, but by that point, it was too late. The room was sealed. There was no way for them to get back inside. Then, this morning, we opened up the room and discovered Angie's body. But the culprit wasn't finished. They wanted one more murder. To do that, they manipulated us into performing this seance. the 3 empty rooms, the middle one was chosen for the seance. I was invited by Kokichi to take Kibo's place in the seance. Tenko volunteered to be the medium, but she never imagined it would get her killed. To perform the seance, the culprit claimed they needed something for Tenko. A small stone that Himiko had brought from the courtyard. Tenko, at the culprit's request, bowed her head until it was touching the stone. That position was instrumental in making sure the murder went as planned. Next, Kokichi and I placed the iron cage over Tenko in the middle of the magic circle. The culprit then volunteered to drape the white cloth over the iron cage. We didn't realize it at the time, but that was a deliberate decision by the culprit. They needed to set up the murder weapon that was used to kill Tenko. While they were covering the cage with a cloth, they secretly placed the sickle. Finally, 4 of us placed the wooden statue on top of the cage. The culprit used the weight of the statue to keep the murder weapon in place. After the preparations were complete, we began the seance. In complete darkness, we each stood in one corner and sang the Caged Child song. When the song finished, the soul of the dead was supposed to enter the medium. But our culprit had another plan, to commit a murder in the darkness. Right after we started singing, the culprit began making their way toward Tenko. It would have been quite difficult to do in total darkness, but our culprit had a guide. They used the lines of the magic circle drawn with salt. The culprit felt for the salt and used it to guide them along. And when the culprit reached the center of the circle, they found the floorboard that had its crosspiece cut off the night before. Then lifted up their foot and stomped down hard on the floorboard. The floorboard lifted up like a seesaw and pushed Tenko's body up toward the ceiling of the cage. Tenko was stabbed in the back of the neck by the sickle on the top of the cage. She was killed right before our eyes, and we didn't even see it. After committing the crime, the culprit followed the salt back to their corner. Finished the ritual and had us light the candles. We followed the culprit's directions and removed the equipment used for the seance. And discovered Tenko's body. And while we were all focused on the body, the culprit picked up the sickle and dropped it under the floor through the hole in the corner of the room. Ironically, the final step of the murder was unwittingly carried out by us. The culprit had planned the murder so that we would unintentionally destroy some evidence. that evidence was the magic circle that the culprit used to navigate in the dark. However, the culprit didn't know that Kibo had taken a picture. He really saved us. Without that, we wouldn't know what changes were made to the circle. But now we know for certain, and we know the culprit drew the magic circle. Korekio Shinguchi, the ultimate anthropologist. You're the culprit behind these murders.
Fucking finally! Ah! Christ!
That's where my detective work leads us. It all fits.
Fucking Christ. This transfile has taken my mental energy out of me.
To admit defeat. Admit? Yeah. Okay.
So you finally admit you did it.
Unfortunately, yes. Yes. It's unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. My one regret, my only regret, was not being able to make 100 friends.
100 friends?
It was my dream to make 100 friends. Oh, it's so unfortunate! I was so close to 100!
What are you talking about? I do not understand a word of this.
Who gives a fuck? Let's vote for this kooky bastard and be done with this already!
Roger that! One voting time! Coming up!
The heart racing excitement at...
The heart-racing excitement! As the blackened and the spotless finally face off,
It's voting time!
Know how yeah. Note how he was excluded from that. So this is fucking annoying, man. This is the fucking second time in a row that the people who I liked were confirmed as murders.
See the result.
That is fucking heartbreaking and annoying at the same time. Jesus Christ, man. Come on. Ay, ay, ay. Get that screen out of here, man.
Who will be chosen as the blackened?
We already chose. Go fuck yourself. This score ultimately won't reflect much because it's inflated by how I had to retry like everything from here onwards. I had to inflate everything like that. So don't take the results as true. They've been painted over, if you get what I mean. But still.
Absolutely right!
Unfortunately, again.
All right!
I don't think we'll make it to 12 correct verdicts, so he does go. I can steal the words out of my goddamn
For now.
mail.
No.
Right!
I swear, if it's actually because of his religious beliefs, I'm done.
Oh?
hey!
Hey, hey!
Shut up!
Oh no.
I...
Yeah.
Eh?
Yes.
Why? What did the one that you love told them to do?
There is someone that I love.
What did they tell you to do?
I love her with all my heart, and she loves me with all her heart. Yes, we vowed an endless love to each other, forever bound by fate. None can come between us. We are bound by an intense love.
What did I get you to do,
No
though?
matter what anyone says.
That's the thing I want you to know about. That's what I want to know.
What? Don't tell me.
Wonderful.
Wait!
Yeah, that's obvious.
Yeah.
Kersploosh!
Hey!
Hey,
He literally means
You see,
that.
sister.
Huh?
Wait!
Right?
Wait.
Whatever is the matter?
I think I would be more concerned about the sister being his lover, and more so about the fact that his sister's inside him. That's what I should be concerned about. You know?
I loved her so deeply. And she loved me so deeply. The fact that we were siblings meant nothing to us.
But then how the hell did they literally merge into you?
They called it forbidden love. But none could stop the love we shared.
I'm confused.
Oh, how I long for my sister's warmth.
So,
The only time I felt at peace was when I was enveloped in my sister's warmth.
but no physical connection. I only just noticed that. Thanks for letting me know. But that doesn't really answer my question. Is it like she's literally a part of him? Like literally? Is that it? I need this to know, please.
For my beloved sister.
Always messing around.
No. Huh? Sister. However, huh? Do you understand? For my beloved sister.
So he killed them?
Huh?
Incomprehensible.
Oh, I can somewhat kind of understand, kind of.
Sister. Yes.
Yeah, that. Like, is that literally just a part of him? Is that it?
What?
I am Korekio's older sister.
So it is! The sister's literally a part of him! So he's literally embraced the sister part! What? What?
What?
Yes. I am pleased. Sister. Korekio.
Are you serious?
Dude.
I told you.
Ew.
Well,
What was that?
You don't say, huh?
Because
Did the camera move for like a one frame and then look back?
Unacceptable.
Wait. So that's the opposite of Genocide Jack then? 'Cause Genocide Jack only killed, like, boys, did they not?
Aye. Wonderful.
Yeah?
Why, you?
Then...
Excellent. Wonderful.
So you do know about that?
Huh? But... can this be? Beautiful. Well.
No way!
Well, you know. Let's see. For my beloved sister!
This is even about spirits, man. What the fuck?
Are you okay? However...
What is that?
Correctio.
Still can't get over the fact that Korakiyu, how you can really pronounce his name, basically incorporated a sister into him. Literally living with that.
Oh dear.
That's such a wild thought to me. But it's the beauty of this game. It's just the beauty of this game, like I said as well. You don't know what you don't know what's gonna come for you. Oh my god, man.
Why? But how?
Do not worry. That's right. Sister.
What was that?
Well...
And also look to draw something as well.
And another thing.
Is unfair deaths just another way of saying pot luck?
Maybe.
Man, it's not like they are or anything.
Shut up! You got me!
So then... Sister... Sister... Correcchio.
Oh. It's punishment time!
Yeah.
Huh? Sister...
I have no idea what I'm about to see for this. Is he just gonna get split in half?
That's right.
Because of that?
What?
Therefore, from an anthropological point of view. Yes.
Oh, my lifestyle determines my death style! Like that Metallica song, Frantic, that has that line. It's like different meanings. But yet again, I've incorporated a Metallica song into this. This is gonna be my specialty now.
What was that?
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment.
I shall observe.
Well, if you're gonna watch
right.
like that, then just all those who died, yeah. So, yeah. Everyone literally fucking died before we came here, so that's still good.
Humanity is beautiful.
Yeah.
It's punishment time!
Once again, you gotta say it twice to make it count. Yeah, that was definitely something that I've watched. Definitely.
How gory!
Go ahead. Do it. Yes! Yes! Now we've officially witnessed a murder. Again.
How can this be? Yay!
That's right!
Hey.
Eh?
Well now.
Sure. Nah. I think I'll be fine. Unless someone else wants to take it here. You know what else was? Get it, Mom. You? I don't really care either way.
I told you. What's the point?
And you forgot about fucking one of them too. Damn.
Oh yeah. So long. Farewell.
So, how many does that leave us with? Because the Suichi Is it 8 or... Is it 8 or 9? Because it's 16, 15, 14, 12, 11, 10, 9. So we're at 9.
Of course!
But
No! There was no God! God doesn't exist. How many times you gotta knock that into your head? Come on!
You're right.
Going to do his best.
So, I have the power of predictability. I literally predicted at the start that Gorky killed fucking Angie. I don't know if I got the beliefs of politicalness right, but yeah, I'm just saying.
You're right.
I'm just saying, man. Holy shit.
Okay. That's right. Got a minute?
Oh.
So I was somewhat right with 9 people, but not correct with 7. I was a chapter early.
actually,
But
Well, you know. Shit.
How rude! But you know...
Not yet.
I believe in you.
Okay.
well, of course.
Hey! How exciting!
No way.
That's simply just called a beheading.
You all right?
What do you think?
Hey. Okay.
Oh.
You're so dumb.
Of course, he has to step in. This was the exact same thing like a chapter ago. Because, like, didn't he, like, accuse Kaido of being a liar in the first chapter? And then he accused Maki of being a liar in the second chapter, and now he's accusing Himiko of that in the third chapter. See, this is why I don't like him. He's too much of a dick. He's childish and a dick. This is at least I don't think it's gonna be at least as long as like
Because I'm a liar.
other trial. I don't know how long that was, anyways. Yeah. Oh, this could actually be longer than that. Oh dear. Oops.
But
right?
nuh-uh. Because hey!
Uh-oh. This is, not gonna end that well. At least he's living up to that, I guess. Yeah, it's gonna take a while to clean up.
Damn it.
Yep, I was correct. It did in fact take a while to clean up. I don't know what in the ungodly fuck is that? I am sorry. Why are they doing this? Okay. It zoomed out. Help. If it zooms out more, I'm gonna be fucking scared. Okay. It didn't zoom out anymore. Thank fuck.
Is she hard to carry, Gonta?
No, she fine.
She's sleeping very peacefully.
I mean, if you had all your emojis out there like that, you'd get fucking exhausted too. Like I was saying earlier, I was fucking mentally exhausted from doing this for 3 hours. Honestly, I'll think of trying to move the recording date to the weekends, and then edit it piece by piece over then, because then I'll have to deal with like school and this. So that's what I'm at least thinking of, at least.
She's all tuckered out after crying. Robots sleep well after leaking their oils too, right?
I have told you many times that I do not use oil as my fuel.
But wow, that really surprised me. She passed out as soon as she stopped crying.
Yeah, but she looks so peaceful sleeping like that.
She probably felt better after letting it all out, don't you think?
Obviously.
Yeah, I hope so.
I would know because I've been there, following up my emotions myself. I know as much as they do.
Then Gonta carry Himiko to her room.
Make sure you focus real good on your back, you hear me? You'll need that focus if you want to feel her little mosquito bites poking ya!
There's no way he'd do such a thing. Gonta is a gentleman after all.
Huh?
Well...
But...
Got it.
Okay.
Ha.
Okay.
Got it.
You know what? Yeah. I think that's... Actually, no, it's not the appropriate time to fucking end the video. Come on. We haven't gotten to the end of the fucking tick over point. Come on, we gotta get to at least that point. Come on. Unlucky. Very unlucky. Oh. So that's from earlier then, when Mikey fucking whipped him in the face.
I don't have time to be dying. I still haven't gone into space yet.
That's a moral dilemma if I've ever seen it.
Damn it. No way am I gonna die here. No way.
You still got time on your hands at least, so you've got time. How much time left? I don't know, but I'm just gonna say, you have time. At least know what could at least cause that, at least. Man. That is gonna get real fun in the next few fucking chapters, man. It's like a wormhole opening up, and it's just gonna swallow me whole. Like, that's just what's gonna happen.